the Jutland Army's vanagrand commander and captain of the anti-valkyria squad, aged at the time of Liberation War 23. He was raised at an orphanage in Malta after losing his parents at a young age. Later attended the Institute of Alchemy and graduated at the top of his class for displaying strong Wagnite attitude. Enlisted as a soldier upon leaving the military academy, where they proposed the formation of the anti-valkyria squad as a means of combating the Reaper of Wolves. Princess of the Kingdom of Jutland and heir to King Cardinal George Frederick, aged at the time of Liberation War 17, displayed a high Wagnite attitude at a young age and entered the Institute of Alchemy. Later joined the anti-valkyria squad formed by her former classmate. While the nation to war, both with her inspirational species and the magic of the guild, a high-level form of alchemy beloved by her subjects, who referred to her as the Holy Maiden before the war and the Holy Mother upon coronation. A member of the Circle of Five, the war criminals also known as the Traitors, aged at the time of Liberation War 23. He was raised at an orphanage and martyred after losing his parents at a young age. Later adopted by Colonel Collenberg and irritated his political connections, eventually joined Jutland's parliament. His political activism and achievements drew the attention of the public and his fellow politicians, which allowed him to subdue any moderates within the House of Representatives and push Jutland to war. A member of the Circle of Five, the war criminals also known as the Traitors, aged at the time of Liberation War 23. He was raised at the orphanage in Malta after losing his parents at a young age. Adopted by business owner Owen Subnancy, inherited his fortune in factories, expanded his father's enterprise as the CEO of Subnancy and CO. He proceeded to invest heavily in alchemic weapon R&D upon climbing the corporate ladder. He used his abundant wealth to equip the anti-valkyria squad and finance the war. A member of the Circle of Five, the war criminals also known as the Traitors, aged at the time of Liberation War 23. He was raised at an orphanage in Malta after losing his parents at a young age. Later started writing for Jerusalem as a reporter and freelance columnist. His detailed articles and deep insights were popular among the Jewish citizens, using his influence over public opinion. His work fanned the flames of war. The resentment toward Wolves over its embargo helped him indicate Jutland's war efforts. A member of the Circle of Five, the war criminals also known as the Traitors, aged at the time of Liberation War 23. She was raised at a orphanage in Malta after losing her parents at a young age. Assigned to the intelligence division of the Jutland Army as a top-secret agent, using her natural charisma, she gathered battle intel directly from the Rouge Army. Not only did she leak classified info to her fellow traitors, she also managed to disseminate rumors to push the state of the war effort in a favorable direction. A Jewish royal guardsman, personal guard to Princess Ophelia and Vanagrand's exile, aged at the time of Liberation War 27. Born into Jutland's laser nobility, his superb swordplay and martial skills were recognized by the king. His honesty and seriousness earned him renown as one of the prince's most trusted retainers. Possessing a high Ragnite affinity, he was the anti-Valkyria Squad's executive officer. He also played a major role in the logistics and execution missions. A Jewish royal guardsman, personal guard to Princess Ophelia and Vanagrand's exile, aged at the time of Liberation War 27. As the youngest sister of Godden Alfair, she served as the princess' handmaiden. It is said their friendship went beyond that of royalty and lady-in-waiting. She later joined Jutland's royal guard too. Due to her academic talent, she replaced her brother as the anti-Valkyria Squad's executive officer. She served both the captain and the princess with diligence. A support in the Jutland Army, as well as a key member of the anti-Valkyria Squad, aged at the time of Liberation War 18. Left Timmins' workshop, his family trailer store, and listener to join the military, accepted early for his Ragnite ability. He was assigned to Vanagrand alongside his childhood friend, Helena. Even as a soldier in the Liberation War, he was said to have a warm personality. His kind heart and gentleness is thought to have kept his hot-blooded squadmates in check, making him a supportive ally. A shield bearer in the Jutland Army and a key member of the anti-Valkyria Squad, aged at the time of Liberation War 41. Originally a foot soldier in the main force, he was reassigned to Vanagrand due to his high Ragnite ability. He left his child and ex-wife and Alistair. With his fearless tactics and confident nature on the front lines, he was known as a constant source of encouragement. His squadmates often relied on both his military experience and martial prowess. A scout in the Jutland Army, as well as a key member of the anti-Valkyria Squad, aged at the time of Liberation War 24. The second son of the aristocratic house Burgreen, he lived a life of luxury and unusually high Ragnite altitude made him a natural candidate for Vanagrand. He is rumored to have been prideful and uncooperative. But he fully aided in the squad's operations, giving detailed data analysis and swift work in combat. He proved a vocal member of the team. A SOC trooper in the Jutland Army and a key member of the anti-valkyria squad. Age at the time of Liberation War 43. During his past military service, he was Judder Gubis Superior Officer, a high rank knight. Affinity put an end to his early retirement in his Wiffle hometown. This veteran soon joined Vanagrand's ranks. He had a hearty personality and was fond of both alcohol and tobacco. His personal service and life's experience made him a major advisor to his squadmates. A SOC trooper in the Jutland Army and a key member of the anti-valkyria squad. Age at the time of Liberation War 18. As the daughter of the owner of Cafe Anderson, she was adored throughout the promenade of Alisnor, capital city of Jutland. A strong sense of duty drove her to take the Ragnar ability exam for Vanagrand. Determined, confident, and a bit of a tomboy, though she did not conform to military culture, her patriotic sense of justice pulled her squadmates along. A scout in the Jutland Army, as well as a key member of the anti-valkyria squad, aged at the time of Liberation War 27. Born to a family of teachers, she found work as an educator. The untimely death of her younger brother promoted her to enlist in the military, where her high rank knight ultimately led her to Vanagrand because she was calm to logical. She was able to make snap decisions in the most dire of emergencies. These traits made her a fine soldier during the war. A supper in the Jutland Army, as well as a key member of the anti-valkyria squad, is at the time of Liberation War 19. Originally a designer at a studio which crafted alchemic jewelry and ornaments, her high Ragnar ability was discovered during a wide survey, so she was drafted into the military and sent to Vanagrand. She approached everyone with an innocent optimism, regardless of their status. It was her disregard for protocol which led to a very close friendship with Princess Ophelia during their time as squadmates. A shield bearer in the Jutland Army and a key member of the anti-valkyria squad, aged at the time of Liberation War 29. As a mechanic, her alchemic ability was second to none. A high Ragnar ability made her a clear choice for Vanagrand, where she put her expertise to good use. Although she lacked assertiveness, she set an example for her squadmates by carrying out orders defending her team. The Emperor of Rus and Supreme Dictator of the domains held by the Rusi Empire, aged at the time of Liberation War 35. From a young age he was ambitious. After throwing a in usurping his father, he imposed many politics in Valkyria, so as his grim enforcer. He aggressively invaded other countries, colonizing and annexing several nations. His helmeted overbearing made enemies around the world, but he is historically known as a decisive and proactive ruler. One of the Valkyria appeared during the Liberation War by all has death itself, though decidedly inhuman. She took the form of a silver-haired, red-eyed woman. She is said to have formed some sort of contract with Emperor Claudius, of whose her true nature is a mystery, but her fatal hand and European politics is clear. Not only did Brunhild raise Rus from a small nation into an empire, she wiped out entire armies in the Liberation War. The epic clashes between this Reaper and the anti-Valkyria's front are legendary. One of Claudius' four grand generals, Minister of War in Rus' last defense, aged at the time of Liberation War 43, a fierce commander who spearheaded many battles in the time of his emperor. His bravery on the battlefield was renowned. Without him, Rus could never have gained its expensive territory so publicly. As a foster brother to Prince Claudius, Claudius became his first vassal and remained a faithful servant even after the prince assassinated his own family. One of Claudius' four grand generals and Rusi Minister of Internal Affairs, aged at the time of Liberation War 41. One of the oldest Rusi vassals, Victor, proved vital to the rise of the empire as the Rus army's chief of staff. He was a brilliant strategist who could devise countless plans for European domination. However, some say he was intoxicated by Claudius' charisma and would stop at nothing to satisfy the Emperor of Rus' heroic and mathematical ambitions. One of Claudius' four grand generals and emperor and an admiral of the Rusi Empire Navy, aged at the time of Liberation War 36. From his eminent position, he maneuvered through political and military pursuits with light footwork and a devil-may-care attitude. Above all, he put his efforts into rapidly expanding Rusi territory. His tactical mobility earned him control over the Imperial Navy. Under Gustav, it grew in a few years into a massive fleet which ruled the northern European seas. One of Claudius' four grand generals and Rusi Minister of Foreign Affairs, aged at the time of Liberation War 30, gained the favor of Prince Claudius at a young age. Known as a strong development, He was responsible for coordinating the BRF-8's blockade with Europa's superpowers. As the Emperor's most promising vassal, he was entrusted with overseeing Wu's southern advance. His domain covered the vast Wuxi area to the south, bordering Jutland and including the land of Malta. Born Laertes Concurrenus III, second prince of Arabia, the Innons by Rus, age at the time of Liberation War 24. Upon taking the Hesperian crown, Emperor Claudius spared the last living member of the royal family and later appointed him as an imperial grand general rather than seek revenge. Maximian accepted this new name and swore subservience to Rus. After the Liberation War, Maximian returned to become the king of a newly liberated Assyria. He worked hard to rebuild his kingdom with the help of Queen Ophelia. Historian and professor of the Jewish Institute of Alchemy, she taught both Hamlet Granger, captain of Ganagan, and Ophelia, the princess of Jutland. She is said to have been trusted by both these key figures in the Liberation War. As such, many believe she knew the truth behind the traitors and their crimes. Whatever secret knowledge she held about the Circle of Five, however, died along with her. She firmly refused to speak of any such matters except to her family. An aristocrat in the Jewish House of Lords, aged at the time of Liberation War 26, hailing from a long line of common men, his admission into Parliament came as no surprise. Still, he demonstrated genuine skill as a development and achieved great things throughout his political career. A stance pacifist, he worked hard as an invoke to maintain the alliance with Rus. After the war began, he endeavored to find a peaceful solution once the war ended. He would carry on to become the youngest prime minister in all of Jewish history.